Oh my god, I love this man so much because who wouldn't want to fuck like a dirty, slutty bird? I mean, really.
Yes.
Right? Like, you dirty bird. Fuck the pooch, right? Alright.
His new Instagram handle.
Right? Fuck the pooch. I love it. Alright, so, let's keep it going. You guys, are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are like, yay, we're on a second date. Woo!
No glasses.
Yeah, the flute man's hoping to play with something else besides flute tonight, darling. You're just a bad influence. I can't handle you. I've seen you all night, girl. You sitting over there laughing. I'm like, uh-oh, watch out with this girl. She not playing. She came to laugh tonight. So the last comic of tonight, I gotta say a little word for you. I met this man. I thought he was hitting on me at first.
He was.
Yeah, he's like that squirrely man that's like always sitting at the bar by himself, and you're like, dude, this guy's like a serial killer, but I'm into it. Like, let's make some shit happen tonight. Like, I'm a risk taker. Fuck it, right? So I give him my number, and he's like, you want to do some comedy? I'm like, is that code word for fuck?
No.
Unfortunately, it wasn't. I spent a night with him walking around the mean streets of Claremont. And if you've ever been to Claremont, you know they're the safest streets. Like, literally, like, you could walk naked and nobody's going to look at you the wrong way. And, yeah.
You tried it, right?
We totally tried it. We definitely did. My brother from another mother, the guy that we talk about wrestling about, and I'm a little perturbed tonight because he didn't wear his go-to outfit tonight because I'm all about the outfits. I'm all about the character. He usually comes out in camo, but tonight, not so much. My friend, my brother, my wrestling motherfucker. Give it for Doug X!
That was a long-ass introduction.
You're welcome.
Which I'd be more upset about, but like considering the topic for my introduction was bestiality, the further distance from that I was okay with. Of course I brought it back up, so there was that. See, I think much of mythology came up as an excuse for bestiality. Like, I don't know how much you know about Greek mythology, but like one of the famous heroes was the product of a woman, a queen who had sex with a swan, and Zeus took that form. But I think that she just got caught fucking a swan, and she was like, no, it's a god, it's okay. I never get a chance to expound on that theory, so you're welcome. Anyway, so I'm 40 and I'm single.
Woo!
So as you might expect, I'm really into historical sword fighting.
Yeah.
Like Alexander sword fighting?
No, we'll talk about it later. But like, well, mostly like between the 1300s and 1700s. Like, I've got an extensive collection now of replicas of like sabers, Victorian sabers, Scottish back swords, and part of me is like, when I get lonely and sad, I just go on the internet and buy a sword, and I'm like, do I have a problem? And I thought about it, and I'm like, no, swords are fucking awesome. I don't have a problem. I have a fucking solution. Alright? When you're lonely and sad, you buy a sword, and you're not lonely and sad no more. And if you have 2 swords, then you've got something to bring to a friendship. Alright? Because you just show up and like, hey, I'm this guy, let's go hang out. Like, I don't know, man, what do you got? But like, I got 2 swords in my car. We can fucking sword fight till dawn. Dude, I'm in! Or not. I don't know. I'm not good at social cues. I had no idea Mistress K gave her phone number when I was asking her out. I barely thought she was barely into comedy. But she has a boyfriend now, so that ship has sailed. But like I mentioned once before, is that her boyfriend's pretty awesome. I'll give it up. Her boyfriend's pretty awesome. He bought her like a van, like a car, about like 2 months into the relationship. And that's either awesome or desperate. You know, you choose. But like, but you don't buy a car because you want to see a girl more often. You buy a car for a girl because you want to make it easier for her to go away. Ricky liked that one. He's like, hell yeah. If I had the money, that's what I'd buy every girl. I don't want to give him a ride home. What the fuck is that? I ain't got that kind of time.
Call a lift.
Right.
I got Ricky on speed dial. Not to hang out. Just take my girls away. Oh, that one kind of close. I'm gonna be hearing about that one. So I'm not doing this. I'm a lawyer, and so as you can look at me. This is what my clients feel. You're the only thing between me and prison. I'm like, yup. But I'm actually really good at it. So, like I said, I'm not the kind of lawyer that like you get into a car accident or chases ambulances or sues doctors, you know, because like people don't care about doctors. I'm the kind of lawyer who tries to keep criminals out of jail. I didn't say it was better. I just said it was different. But I really like it because I mean, like, a lot of the battles for constitutional rights, the Fourth Amendment rights, the Fifth Amendment rights that we like take very importantly, like the fact that you have a warrant required to search your house, is because of criminals. All right, because they're not generally searching innocent people's houses. Or if they do and they don't find anything, it doesn't go anywhere. These cases come up when someone's guilty as fuck, and they need someone to say, but you guys fucked the Constitution. So, a little edutainment, because I have to sort of make this like educational. You have rights. Well, I mean, you did until Trump got elected. But I mean, at a certain point, you had rights, and you may have rights again at some point down the line. And one of those rights is you can't be just patted down for weapons. They have to have a reasonable suspicion that you've got weapons. That's not a lot, but they have to have something. And which is why there was a whole big in New York about they were searching everybody. But I had a cop on the stand, and I asked him, "Did you think my client had a weapon?" And he goes, "No, I just search everybody." He just under oath said, "Yeah, I fuck the Constitution. I just search fucking everybody." Do you guys think the judge granted my motion to suppress evidence?
Yes.
No! Because the judge said, and I quote, "I am very concerned about what the officer said on the stand, and he will no doubt violate someone's rights at some time. But I think what he did was okay today." Like, what the fuck is that? I mean, what more do you ask for it? The cop said, "I don't follow the Constitution" on the stand, and the judge still said, "I think it's okay." That is what it's like to be a criminal defense attorney. So I know people hate us, but we're actually working, you know, under the gun, because judges hate us too. Because most judges, when they run for judges, are not public defenders. Most of them are former DAs. And because when people are elected, you got two pitches to be elected, because most judges are elected. I helped keep people out of jail, or I put those sex offenders in jail so they couldn't do it again. Which one do you think is a better sales pitch? So a lot of DAs become judges. And I mean, of course, 20 years of training and bias goes right out the window, and they immediately become neutral so they put their robes on. Because that's how human nature works. No. Alright, so I'm pitching about my job. But my job has an upside. Like, I got a client, you know, a deal. They wanted a year in jail. I got him 270, and you know, that's like 3 months less of jail, and so that's usually pretty happy. And a whole bunch of other little benefits that got with it. But he was bitching about something, and he wouldn't give it up. And now my work is done. Once you plead and they take your plea, I got nothing to do. So he's bitching at me, and then these two armed sheriffs are like, "Are you done, counsel?" And I'm like, "Yup." And as he's bitching at me, two armed guards fucking just pick him up and carry him away. He's like, "Oh, is that how it is?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's fucking great. I don't know if any of you guys are in customer service at all, but how much would you like to have two fucking armed, big-ass men escort someone in fucking handcuffs out when they're bitching at you, right?
Yes,
What do you do? What's your customer service?
I work in a residence hall, and I confront people who violate policy.
Alright, so get yourself two big fucking armed men.
I need them.
Alright, I think
Yeah.
Mistress K has a couple on tap.
Right here.
All right, buddy.
Alright, he just entered in. Alright, so I met this
Bring the
guy.
sword.
He has a club called HEMA in Fullerton, and they practice sword fighting from 7 to 10. And this guy's like a master of the long sword. He's read like German treatises from like the 1600s. Like Wittenauer, what's his name?
Lichtenauer.
Lichtenauer.
Yeah.
I always want to say like Wittenauer. I think it's like a philosopher or something. No, it's Wittgenstein. Anyway, and I was a philosophy major in college. Like that smooth segue. And I was, and I learned something in college. I learned something very important in philosophy. I learned about the importance of spite. I realized I'm willing to give up a certain measure of happiness if I can inflict an equal and opposite amount of unhappiness on someone I don't like. This really happened. I had a professor who I couldn't stand. His name was Dr. Tang at Cal State Long Beach. And I fucking aced his class. I got an A because I was good at school. And, oh no, spite, and they're walking out. I lost my audience on spite. Oh well, who knew? Anyway, so, I don't feel bad. She left my performance, she left your date, dude. I've been there, man. That's okay. That's where my love of spite came from. So, anyway, and so I was like, I'm never dealing with that professor again. And a friend of mine, because I had friends at once upon a time, is like, hey, you want to take this class with Dr. Tang? And I'm like, you know I fucking hate that guy. Why on earth would I take that class? And he said to me, think about his face when he walks in and sees you there. Because he hated me too. And I was like, you son of a bitch, you just sold me. Come in. And I added that class, and man, his face when he came in was fucking priceless. I was like, so I'm willing. I am totally willing to take on a certain amount of unhappiness as long as I can inflict at least that amount on someone else. And I call that a relationship strategy. I love Ricky. Like, he's on time delay. I said a joke, 3 seconds later, he's fucking rolling. And I literally mean he's rolling because the whole zero shape. You know? And, like, that's all I asked for, right? That's the best, because I like the joke that just sort of sinks in, you know? That's like, my comedy is niche, alright? Yeah, no, I'm not looking to be the fucking Justin Bieber of comedy, alright? I want to be like the They Might Be Giants of comedy. And if you have no idea who the They Might Be Giants are, that's my point exactly. I want to be very appealing to a very specific demographic. People who like sword fighting between 35 and 40. And haven't had a date in that same age range. Like, in that demographic, I'll be king. Dave, you shouldn't laugh at that. That's not good for your brand. So I'm trying to do some new stuff today because, well, most of the people here are comics and have heard my stuff already. But we did a show, we did some community outreach show at a senior citizen home. And they were mostly people with Alzheimer's and dementia. And we were trying to do community outreach because I want to, like, do good. And one of the comics was like, I really appreciate the opportunity to do good because he said, and I quote, I got PowerPoint hands. I don't have, like, holding a hammer, building a house hands. So if I can do community, something good for the community by standing up and talking, that's my jam. And I'm like, I'm right there with you, bro. I got a bad back, we'll talk about it later. So, like, I can't be building houses either. So anyway, we went to this senior citizen home, and it was good, and they appreciate the break from their routine, and we got some good laughs, and Carissa fucking destroyed the whole joint. Alright, but I'm not going to tell her jokes, but she was fucking amazing. But they were salty as fuck. Alright? Senior citizens are savage. They got no fucking time. Alright? Get some fucking armed guards. I ain't giving this shit up. Get some fucking guys with guns. But
She just brought the gun show.
bam!
There's the guns right there.
Mistress K. Apparently paddling assholes like builds up. It takes some time, takes some effort.
Hard work. See, that's just going to be incentive for him to stay up there.
Get the
All right.
paddle.
Anyway, so get the paddle. Right there. What are you saying Devo? It's Devon. You said Devo. What the fuck is Devo?
Seriously, you're old enough to remember Devo.
I know what Devo is, but she means to say Devon.
Devon.
If you're gonna like make a wrestling reference, make it right. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that old people are savage. They got no fucking time. Cause this fucking comic, cute as a fucking button, just like a fucking girl who you couldn't say a mean thing to her ever in your life, is doing her set, and this woman goes, "Get to the point." And I was like, I don't know who you are, but I love you. And then another comic, Mario, was telling a story about buying a car, And this woman yelled out, "How's it been since you bought a car?" He was like, "About 10 years." And she goes, "That's why." She solved the problem. You know, like, it's not a punchline, it's a problem, and she solved it. So, you know, I am, however, normally I would say this is my show, but it's actually not today. Today, this is Veronica's show, so give it up for Veronica. She booked the comics, picked an amazing MC in Mistress K,
Hell yeah.
picked an even better headliner. And, yeah, it's one of my modesty is one of my great attributes.
Clearly.